All right, I got it. Okay, thanks everybody for coming to the Level 1 business meeting tonight. And like we said before, we just definitely want to get your questions answered. So just by a raise of hands, how many of you are excited about the business opportunity with doTERRA? Yeah, if I could just put two hands in the air. This is so much fun, you guys. I've been doing doTERRA now. This is actually my 3rd-year anniversary in June. And I can honestly say there's been a lot of things that I've done in my life. I've traveled all over. I've had all kinds of fun positions in my life, but I have never had anything quite as fun and interesting and honestly challenging as doTERRA is as a business. And as I have told, I know I've told Carrie this, I've told Dory this for sure. Lana and I have talked about this as well. doTERRA is a self-development program wrapped in a compensation plan. And so for having the opportunity to be able to grow and be different, we get paid for it, which is pretty cool. And then on the other hand, you also have the opportunity to be able to change people's lives, which who gets to do that? I mean, unless you're a surgeon and, fix somebody's heart, that, I mean, honestly, that's the feeling that I get sometimes when somebody calls me and tells me the results that they've had through using the essential oils. We have that opportunity. It's so much fun to be able to do that. But I know right in the beginning, you're so product driven and so story driven that it's hard to believe that you can actually get paid for having that kind of excitement in your life as well. So that's what we're going to go over today is the opportunity that we have with doTERRA and how you make compensation. Carrie and I have decided, before I forget, I want to have you write this date down. Thursday, July 6th at this same time, so 6:30 Mountain Time, we are going to have another business class, and we are going to start covering more of the how do you prepare for a class, how do you invite to a class, those kind of things. But right now we want to get you excited about that business opportunity. So Carrie, do you have anything else to add before we get going?
No, I think that's about it.
Okay, well, I am going to go ahead and share my screen then. And this is, and we lost it again. How did I do this? Okay, so I am new at, okay, now you can see that, right?
Good.
Okay. All right, so we're,
here.
Yeah. Okay, so I love this saying. I heard this at a leadership conference when I was in Florida a few months ago. It said, someone is praying right now for what you have to offer. Will you tell them? And I think that, when my friend Pam, who is my upline and my massage therapist, when she introduced me to this, little did she know that I was praying for not only something to come into my life that was really going to change my life physically, but also, guys, I hated my job. It was killing me. I was stressed out all the time. I was traveling all the time, and I did not want to do that. And I was really, really praying for a way out of that. But even when doTERRA was presented to me, I said, no way, I'm not going to do this business. And I didn't see what God had right in front of me. And here it was, this opportunity that he was offering me, and I was still saying no to it. So if you have people like that in your life, please know that hopefully they're going to come around and they're going to want to try to use these products, and they are going to want to have what you have to offer. But guess what? Nobody is going, you're not going to enroll anybody if you don't tell them about it. If you don't make a little bit of a presence on Facebook, if you don't tell your friends and your relatives, if you don't have classes, if you don't do one-on-ones. And so this is where we're really going to kind of, as leaders, dig into not only how do you do this business, but how do you overcome your fears as well as, when you're doing the business. So why is doTERRA different? doTERRA there's lots of multi-level marketing companies out there. And the multi-level marketing companies, have gotten a really, really bad rap. because there's people out there who are just trying to get people and bring them in to, so that they can make money. And that's not who we are as doTERRA at all. The focus with doTERRA is really, it's on the product and it's on the people. It's not about money. When we focus on how amazing our products are and when we use our products, and then when we truly and honestly care for people and share these products with them, the money will come. Those bonus structures that we're going to be talking about tonight will come into play. But first of all, you have to care about people. And as much as I have been in doTERRA and been to conferences and met the leadership, I am really, really realizing that this is a company that is based on integrity, and it's based on care and compassion. And if we don't have those things, we're not going to go anywhere in this business. So I think that that's the kind of people who are absolutely drawn to doTERRA. So if you're that kind of a person, I just want to tell you that you've got everything it takes to help to be in this business. We have a large selection of products, and I will guarantee you that doTERRA's product development right now is working on even more products for us to have in that catalog. We've got everything from laundry soap to helichrysum. I mean, it's just such a large selection, and the products are for everyone. We're not just talking about, affluent women between the ages of 20 and 40 who are going to be interested in our products. They are for toddlers, they're for 90-year-olds, they're for pets, they're for animals. We can use them for cleaning, we can use them for cooking. We have such a wide variety of products, and also just a wider range of how we use those products, that I believe, honestly, that everybody needs essential oils. They just don't know it yet. So when we can have that kind of thought process that everybody we meet needs doTERRA essential oils, they just don't know it yet. It brings a brand new perspective to, now not everybody will want what you have right away, okay? I'm not saying that, but really these products are for everyone. Here's a huge one. The retention rate with doTERRA is over 60%. Most multi-level marketing companies, the retention level is about 10 to 12% really. And what I mean by that is when somebody buys a product every year, that's what they call retention rate. So if you enroll somebody and they only purchase once per year, that's what these other companies are getting their 10 to 12% retention rate with. Now, when we talk about doTERRA, this 60% retention rate is people who buy products every 3 months. If we're talking about a year, it's 85% retention rate with doTERRA. So people love the products, they're life-changing, they're going to order them every month if they are educated enough to use the products effectively. doTERRA, and then here's this, doTERRA is dedicated to properly educating wellness advocates. Not only is doTERRA dedicated to that, your upline is dedicated to that. I'm dedicated to that. Lama's dedicated to that. Everybody who is a wellness advocate, this is what we do. We teach. We have proper education. And the class atmospheres are relaxed. There's really no pressure. It's really more of a teaching atmosphere than it is a selling atmosphere. And therefore, we're just sharing these products. We're not selling so much. And so people are just more relaxed when they come to learn about something that can really change their lives. And then as you're going to be finding out tonight, this is a very, very generous compensation plan. So does anybody have any questions after just this first slide about the company of doTERRA?
I do, Kathy.
Okay.
So will this presentation be available to us after the call?
Yes, absolutely. I'm going to put it up on the leadership, doTERRA.
In case we want to reference back something you said?
Yes, absolutely. And I can also share this PowerPoint on, what is it, Carrie? What do I use?
Dropbox.
Yes, Dropbox. I will share it on Dropbox if anybody wants me to send it to them.
And I'll also put it on my business page as well.
Okay. All right. So in just 2 years, everyone will be using doTERRA. The question is, will they be on your team or on your friend's team? I had one of my builders, and I would say right now she's more of a sharer, but she said that her problem is not talking about the products. Her problem is procrastination. I don't know if that's speaking to anyone right now, but in 2 years, everyone's going to hear about doTERRA. Everyone's going to be hearing about essential oils. Is it going to be you that tells them, or is it going to be somebody else? So there is a bit of urgency here as well, because people are actually looking for these products that we have. They don't want to be on pharmaceutical medications. They don't want to have to pay their copay. They want to be empowered with their own health care to be able to help their families and help their friends and really have answers for whatever it is in their life that they need to have answers for. So Carrie and I kind of talked a little bit today, and we came up with these expectations of a doTERRA leader. And when you're a doTERRA leader, these really are things that, I guess from a team perspective, that we really want to focus on. And what I mean by that is we want to have a team culture that is very generous, very giving, but also huge on customer service and education. So that first expectation, okay, so here's the first expectation. The first expectation is that you tell yourself that you are a leader. And I think that sometimes this is the hardest one for us to believe. Heck, I was a leader. I had 3 businesses and was leading a ministry and still didn't believe that I was a leader. I just felt that I fell into all of these things. And it's like, nope, you're a leader. So telling yourself that you have the capacity and the ability to be able to lead is an expectation. But having a 150 monthly loyalty rewards product order, our loyalty rewards program order, is an expectation, because as you'll see when we go through the power of 3 bonus, if you need 600 PV between you and your frontline leaders to be able to get your power of 3 bonuses. So if everybody's placing a 150 PV order, that equals up to 600. Now that doesn't have to be all you. You can talk to your neighbor. You can have your mom order a few things. You can talk to your sister and she can order on yours as well. So don't make that be a big roadblock for you. I have people say all the time, even a 100 PV order. I can't place a 100 PV order every month. Well, or I can't afford to place a 100 PV order every month. So what that tells me is then you would like some income to come into your home. So what we do is a perspective switch on that and say, how do we make that happen so you can get your oils for free? So that's what we're going to be doing. We want to be a product of the product. So you're not going to get everything all at once. In fact, I'm still ordering new stuff. But over time, you want to become familiar with all of the products. Weekly communication with your upline leader. Now, there are some of my leaders that we have more than once weekly communication. And then I have some people on my front line who it's really hard to get with them even every couple of months. And that is a very, very hard situation. So you want to be able to make sure that communication with your business partners now. So communication is important. Bi-weekly mentor or strategy calls as you're going through making money with doTERRA, you will find out that you have to strategize how to make money and how to maximize your compensation. I'm really good at helping people maximize their compensation. I know Carrie is getting very, very competent. She's an amazing leader. I can't even tell you how proud I am of this girl and the difference that I've seen in her life since she started doTERRA. I know Dory's getting very savvy at that. Lana she's extremely smart with the products as well. And I know that there's other people out there who would really love to be able to help you as well, but use your upline leaders. Continuing personal development and product education. There's tons of stuff online, on Pinterest. Go to the doTERRA Empowerment series, and you will find more information than you're going to be loaded up with information if you watch those webinars. So check that out. We do expect as upline leaders and as your downline, we expect same day responses. And I think even within several hours, I believe it is doable. You know, if you're doing something or whatever, I do expect that response, and it's really frustrating when we don't get that, especially when we're pushing for rank or whatever. Our team culture is gratitude and customer service. It's compassion. And what we mean by great customer service is don't just enroll people and leave them. When you enroll someone, they're yours to take care of. They are yours to teach them how to use their back office, how to place their LRP orders. Where do I find product education? So when you're a leader in doTERRA, you are giving this kind of service to those people that you enroll. And then also have one event, which could be a craft fair or something like that, a one-on-one meeting with a friend or acquaintance, or one class per week. So you are actively doing something every week. And then daily finding 2 new contacts and 2 new follow-ups. And what we suggest is right off the bat, write down a list of 100 names. And if you're rolling your eyes right now, yes, you do know 100 people. Just see how many people say happy birthday to you on Facebook when you have a birthday, and then go from there. I mean, we all know at least 100 people, and write those names down and don't pre-qualify anyone. Wellness consults. A wellness consult is after you sign up a wellness advocate, within 1 week of them getting their kit, you want to be in front of them, either on a Zoom call like this or personally in front of them, teaching them how to use their oils and make their orders. This wellness consult is vital, and it's a part of that great customer service that we're talking about. And you do need to check your back office daily. See what's going on with your back office. Sometimes you only have 2 people you have to keep track of, but keep track of what those 2 people are doing. When you enroll someone, you have a 14-day period in which to change that sponsor, change them to somebody else under your organization. So you don't want to go wide. When you're first getting started, you really only want 3, maybe 4 people on your front level, but you don't want to go any wider than that. So if you're enrolling 6, 7, 8, 9 people, you want to be able to make sure that you have business builders underneath you who are going to take care of the people that you spill underneath them. So you have 14 days to do that. If you try to do it on the 15th day, they are going to be on your front level forever. And then by the end of the previous month, like by the end of June, I'm going to want to know what I'm going to be doing in July. So you want to have a goal and you want to have a plan for your next month. So these are all expectations. You want to either plan for, I want to make it to elite, I want to make it to silver, I want to start getting my $50 power of 3 bonus. I want to have at least 4 classes in July. So in June, you're going to be planning for that stuff in July. Okay, so I know that there's a lot on this slide. Any questions or thoughts before we move forward?
And I could just add those goals that you're setting for the next month. That's a really great way to take advantage of your strategy calls with your upline. They can help you sort out what your goals are and what steps you need to take to get there. So I know that Kathy, my upline, I love to do it at the beginning of the month and a call at the end of the month, just so that I can make sure that I'm set up and that we're on the same page. Because Kathy has goals that what I'm doing is going to reflect on what she is accomplishing as well. So to be on the same page with your upline, and it's just a really good idea to stay in touch. Yeah, very, very good. And Carrie is so good at communication. She's very, very good. She's like, you know, I text her and she's texting me right back. And I know that that isn't feasible for a lot of people, but like we said, it's that communication is vital. Okay, any other thoughts before we move on? All right. So we are going to go over this on our next call. So really, I am just going to really kind of glance over this slide.
But when you are running an organization, this is called your pipes. And you're going to have to learn to prepare. You're going to have to learn to invite people. You're going to learn to present. You're going to learn to enroll people, and you're going to learn to support. And the more people that you put through your pipe, present, invite, prepare, invite, present, enroll, and support, the more people are going to come out the other side with changed lives. And as you can see on the bottom of that, that translates to dollar signs as well. So you want to get, you can stay in the preparation phase forever. In fact, I have people who stayed in the preparation phase forever, and their paychecks reflect that. So you getting out of yourself and really getting out of your comfort zone and learning to invite and present is amazing, you guys. You will not regret having learned how to do these things through doTERRA, because you get to change lives, you get to grow yourself, and then you get paid for it. I mean, my goodness, that is like the best of the best right there. And you can have a business for as little as like 35 bucks, honestly, but you have to have some products. So usually it's at least 150 bucks to get a business started, but I can think of no better way to do this. So Carrie and I and whatever other leaders are going to be on here are going to be taking you through this pipes on our next call. Okay, is there any thoughts from Lana or Dory? Are you guys having any thoughts as we continue forward?
Kathy?
Yes.
Maybe, whoops. I lost you, hold on. Okay, there you are. Could you talk about, like, when people are first starting out, sometimes you just have to place people under other people, and maybe it will work and maybe it won't work, because when you're first starting out, you don't have that many people on your front line to build under.
Right, right. And so having that conversation with people about, you know, if they're a sharer, so you want to categorize people as a user, a sharer, or a builder. So when you have that wellness consult, I say something as easy as this, and it takes me about a minute. A user is somebody who wants to use the product, and you're really not going to want to talk to other people about it. You think that this is awesome, but you really don't want to have anything to do with the business. And then there's a sharer. A sharer is somebody who wants to get their products free every month, and you're going to have a class every once in a while, or you're going to tell some friends about it, and you're going to maybe have a little bit of a downline so that you're making money every month to pay for your product. And then there's the builder. The builder is somebody who wants to either supplement or replace their income, which is very, very doable with doTERRA. And I am looking for leaders on my team. And as I'm looking at you, I believe that you have kind of everything that it takes to be a leader in this organization. So if we are talking about one of those three things, a user, a sharer, or a builder, where would you put yourself? So that literally takes like a minute, and then they tell you where they want to be. Now, in Lana's case, I know this always doesn't work, because somebody might come back to you 6 months later and go, just kidding, you know, and then you've started a downline under them and they decide that they don't want to build. And sometimes that does happen, and there are ways to work around that as well. And we will talk about that on future calls as well. There's my dog.
Kathy? Kathy?
Yes.
In tonight's presentation, are we talking about enrolling?
Yes.
Okay, then I'll wait till we get to that part.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
Kathy,
yes.
this is Dory.
Okay.
I love the screen you have up right now. Can you tell me how I can get a hard copy of that? I just took a picture of it, but.
Sure. You know, you guys, anything that you want, you know how I get these pictures? I go to Google Images and I put in what I want.
Right.
So I go to Google Images and put in doTERRA Loyalty Rewards Program, and I'll have 100 pictures I can choose. So
Okay.
honestly, it's really, really easy. Any of the pictures I have, any of the of anything, or just go into Google itself and put the doTERRA compensation plan, and you're going to come up with a ton of stuff. So a lot of this is really just finding stuff on your own, because you know what? I learned from my leaders too. So I love this stuff when you're out doing your searches, the things that you find.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. And yes, Dory, I can get this presentation to you as well. So this is the Loyalty Rewards Program. Loyalty Rewards Program is one of the absolute benefits that everybody should be taking care of, that should be taken advantage of as long as they're going to be using these essential oils. It just completely makes sense. Honestly, I don't see why anybody would buy essential oils and not be on the Loyalty Rewards Program. It makes no sense to me, honestly. And I just go about it that way in my presentations. So if you get a kit that is less than 400 PV, you will start at 10% back for months 1 through 3. So if the next month, let's say somebody gets started in June, you cannot place a Loyalty Rewards order in June. That's your enrollment month. But the following month, now in July, you can sign people up to be on this LRP. So let's say next month, just for easy sake, they put in a 100 PV, and this is product volume. That when you're looking in your book, everything that you make bonuses on is going to be according to PV. And so if you put in a 100 PV order, you're going to get 10 points back in those first 3 months because you're at 10%. After 3 months, when you place at least a 50 PV order every month for 3 months, you're going to move up to 15%. Then the next 3 months up to 20%. The next 3 months up to 25%. And then after a year of placing these Loyalty Rewards orders, that same 100 PV order that you put in and made 10 points for, you're going to get 30 points back for that. And this is where it really gets fun. And I can almost guarantee you, when people place their orders for a year and are at 30%, they don't quit because they want that 30% back. So you're already getting 25% off because you have the wholesale membership. Now you're getting 30% back. So if people tell you that essential oils with doTERRA are expensive, hello, you get 55% off. That's pretty cool. Okay? So this really is the most intelligent way to buy, because you get those free product credits and you get to choose any of your products anytime. You can cancel this at any time as well. I don't know why people do that, but sometimes they do. In order to receive compensation, you do have to have a 100 PV order minimum to receive compensation. We talked about the requirements of a leader being at 150, and that is so that you can make the power of 3 bonus. But if you don't have a 100 PV order in there at all times, you could miss bonuses. So make sure you don't just have your template in there at 80 and you go, well, I don't really know what I want yet. Bump it up to 100 at all times, because you could be having people underneath you who are doing stuff that you're going to be making bonuses on, and you won't get those bonuses if you're not at 100. Okay, and then on the bottom here, the minimum of 50 PV to receive product credits. So if you have, let's say, a 40 PV order, that is not going to qualify as one of those months that's going to bump you up in your percentage. It has to be at least a 50 PV order. So Loyalty Rewards, honestly, if you believe in it as deeply as I do, the majority of people that you enroll are going to get on LRP because of your own belief in the system. Let's see, Carrie, can you tell us anything more about Loyalty Rewards? Or
We're pretty thorough.
okay.
It really is the smartest way. I mean, why wouldn't you want to get free stuff back? I mean, it's like not using a coupon if you have it in your pocket at the store. Why do you want to pay them more, you know?
Yeah, that's a really good analogy. Yeah. And as you will find, these product credits really add up, and then you get to get some of that fun stuff. Was someone else going to say something? Okay. let's go on to the next slide here. These are the benefits of your LRP values. I was just talking about this. You have to have a 10 PV order to maintain your loyalty rewards points. So if you decide that you are going to get off LRP altogether and you have to call in to do that, you will lose all of your points and you will lose your percentage as well. I've had people do this without using their points, and oh my gosh, it just makes me sick. I had one person lose $180 worth of stuff because she canceled without using her points. So when you have, and you can see all the way up there, so 50%, that's where you increase your percentage. At 100, now you can earn commission. At 125, now you can earn all of that stuff, plus you get the product of the month. The product of the month is pretty good stuff. So most people who are doing doTERRA as a business are doing at least a 125 PV order, because you get free stuff for that. And then to simplify your power of 3 bonus at 150 PV credit. Okay, so back office. Let's see, I'm going to stop sharing on this screen right now. Okay, so is everybody's eyes glazed over yet, or are you feeling okay? Okay, good. Yay, good. All right, so before we go on, yeah, that was my Marty Feldman look, I know. For those of you who are too young to know who Marty Feldman is, never mind. So does anybody have any questions before we move on? Okay, I am going to share my back office screen with you right now and just go through. Am I? I thought I had it pulled up. Hang on. There it is. Not. Okay, this makes me sad. I thought I had it pulled up and I don't. Let me go back here. Okay. That's not what I want to do. Hang on. Okay. All right. So by a show of hands, how many of you need help with your back office? Okay. So how many of you understand how to at least place orders on your back office? All right.
Oh, place orders?
Yeah. Place orders. Place LRP orders.
Sure.
Okay. Good. We have, oh, you guys, hang on. I thought I had this pulled up and now.
Kathy, did you exit full screen view so that you could see your browser?
Aha. No.
Find it. Upper right corner.
Now I'm not seeing anything. What are you guys seeing right now?
You.
Yeah. Okay,
You.
what about what I'm seeing? Hi, I see Carrie over here. I have 3 screens up. Hang on. Hang on, hang on. We will get to this.
You could share mine, but yours is nicer.
Okay, here it is. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. Sorry. See, I'm still learning too. And it's still not up.
Oh.
What's that?
We see your grandkids now.
You see my grandkids now. Well, that's not good. There. Now you don't, do you?
Oh, yeah.
You do? Okay. How about that?
Nope.
Nope, you went back. Stop sharing.
Okay. Carrie, you're running this next time. Okay. You should be seeing me now, right? You are seeing me now. Okay. I am so sorry. We will fix. What?
You want me to bring mine up?
Can you?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can share can you share your screen from there?
Yep. You see it? Can you
I don't
see
see
it?
your screen.
No?
I see Carrie's screen.
Okay. Let me go back to 3 screens. Okay, Carrie, talk me through it.
Okay, so I guess I'm doing this now. Okay, so when you log into your back office, you come right to the shop tab. So this is where you'll see all the promotions. Scroll through for the month. And over to the right, you'll see your current LRP template. You can access your LRP by clicking on the gray button here, and it'll open up the cart where you can edit right there. Or you can go to each of the different tabs here for shop and look through the products and add them to the cart that way. Kathy, you want me to go to the dashboard stuff first, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so up here you see dashboard. This is where all of your business stuff is going to be. You're going to spend a lot of time in here. So this is where, again, you're going to see your LRP. This is where my points are. Obviously, I need to cash some in. And the percentage that you're at will be here as well. And then it keeps track of your volume by month for the last 3 months. Your personal orders that you've put in, and then your team volume or your organizational volume. And then your earnings are down here. So this is, we're going to go through these bonuses, I think after this, right, Kathy?
Yeah, yeah, we'll get through what we can.
Okay, so this will be where your fast start bonuses are for the last several weeks, and then your monthly bonuses, which include a few different bonuses that Kathy will talk about. This area is going to be what rank you're at and what rank you're going for. So if you click the little drop down that I clicked here and say, right now I'm kind of, I'm about to hit Premier, but I can click Premier and I can see what I need. So it says I need 5,000 volume. I already have that, but I also need 2 of my frontliners to be executives. So I have one of them and not the other. So it tells you what you need, so that you know exactly what you need to be doing. And then under that is the power of 3 bonus. So this will tell you what you, if you click on full detail, you'll see everyone in your organization, and all of the purple people that we like to call them are the ones that have placed an LRP over 100, and they've already been placed. The blue ones, they have a template over 100, but they have not been placed yet. And once they get the doTERRA O in the middle, it means that they've reached the team volume that was needed for that level. So for the Power of 3 bonus, for your $50 Power of 3, you and the 3 purple people under you all have to have 100 LRP, and then you and your entire front line combined have to have 600 in team volume. So once you have that, you'll get that little doTERRA O. So I don't know if I went too fast on that. Does anybody have any questions on what I just said?
I think it might make more sense when we go over the bonuses.
Yeah, because it looks better on that sheet, but
and how to make them.
This is where it'll tell you what you need. Do you want to be going through the team tab, or?
No, let's wait on that. We can even do that after next time, because that gets too pretty involved.
All right.
I think for this one.
Okay.
Okay, so did you stop sharing now then?
I did, unless you had something else there.
No, I'm going to go back and share the PowerPoint. Okay, hang on. Okay, there we go. All right, so okay, I'm going to skip this one for right now because we really need to get into, we only have a few minutes to go through these 6 ways to profit from doTERRA. Number one is with retail sales. You all have a website that you can use, and people can go to your website and they can buy things for retail, and then doTERRA sends you the difference between the retail and the wholesale. But quite honestly, you guys, I, in 3 years, have never, ever sold a retail product, because the way that you're going to activate your bonus structures, you are not selling oils. You are not retailing essential oils. Think of it as you are selling wholesale memberships. So if you can think of that differently, that's the way that you're going to profit with doTERRA. I am selling wholesale memberships. I don't let my friends buy for retail. I want you to get the same wholesale benefits that I do. That's what I say at my classes. Then there's a fast start bonus that's paid weekly. There's a power of 3 bonus. Now, don't worry, we're going to go over these in the next slide. Loyalty rewards program. This is what we just talked about, where you get to earn free products. And there's a lot of people who really don't want to do the business, in quotations. They don't want to have people underneath them or whatever. But what they do is they actually talk to people about the essential oils, and then they buy from them, and they put that on their loyalty rewards program order so that they get more points so that they can get stuff for free. That's a way that people can do this business, again, in quotations. But what we really want to do is activate the bonus structures. Unilevel bonus is paid monthly, and eventually that is going to be by far your biggest bonus. But in the beginning, probably for 2 or 3 years, it's going to be by far your smallest bonus. So just know that up front. And then also, we will just barely touch on this, but there's leadership pools. So when you get into leadership ranks with doTERRA, you will be making leadership bonuses. I am now a platinum in doTERRA. Carrie is getting close to gold as well. She's really looking at that. So as you can see, these average earnings are real, okay? So for a silver, which means that you have 3 people underneath you, it says, you see where it says E there under silver? That means elite. So each one of those elites means that they have 3,000 overall volume between them and their whole organization in each one of those legs. That makes you a silver, and that puts you into the leadership ranks. And at that rank, the average monthly earning for a silver is $2,200. This is assuming that you have fulfilled your power of 3 bonus. So right now, I've hit platinum, but honestly, I'm really nowhere near that yet. But as I continue to go on and hit these bonuses and people start to do stuff, that's very much a reality. Now, even when I was in medicine and had 3 other jobs besides being in medicine, I never ever could have fathomed making that amount of money. And yet it is very, very much a reality right now, simply because I've cared for people and I've wanted to be able to help them. Now, you see that little pie chart down there. It's 91%, and I think now it's actually gone down to 85%. Let's just say it's 85%. 85% of the people that you talk to are going to be users with doTERRA, and about 15% of them are either going to be sharers or builders. So this pie chart has gone up recently because more people are seeing that this is a business opportunity that they want to take advantage of. So if you look at these ranks, you know, the presidential diamond, $114,000 a month. I mean, come on, that's just stupid money. You know, I mean, what would $500 a month do for you? You know, what would $1,200 a month do for your family? And those averages are very realistic simply by sticking to it and knowing that you have the best product and telling people about it. Believe me, it's absolutely true. Okay, so fast start bonus. These are the 2 bonuses, fast start bonus and power of 3 bonus, that when you are first getting started, these are the 2 ways that you're going to make money. So if you haven't been paying attention yet, start paying attention now. The fast start bonus. So let's say you have a class and 6 people come and 3 people want to enroll. And let's say you have 500 PV in volume that comes in because of those enrollment kits. That, let's say you have 2 home essentials kits and a family essentials kit, which equals about 500 PV. Okay, you are going to make, because you are the enroller, you're going to make 20% of that. So 20% of 500 PV is $100. And, you know, that doesn't seem like that much for maybe putting a class together and all that, but it's kind of a nice little chunk of change. But not only that, you make that 20% from those people for the first 60 days that they are in doTERRA. So when you get them set up on the Loyalty Rewards program, you make another 20% that next month from that enrollment. And then if that next order that they have falls within the 60 days, you make another 20%. So Zoelle, let's say that this was your class and you have made this. Now, I know Beth is your enroller. So Beth would make 10%. Is that right? Zoelle, is Beth your enroller?
Nope.
Oh.
It's me.
Carrie? Okay. So Carrie makes 10% off of anything that you have done in your classes. And because I've enrolled Carrie, I make 5%. Now, I don't even know the people that you're enrolling in Florida, but doTERRA is still giving me 5% of those profits. So this Fast Start bonus is paid out weekly, and I make between $200 and $400 a week just on this one bonus. So that ends up being, like I said, a nice little chunk of change. So when you have the opportunity to enroll, and then teach your people how to do exactly the same thing, this Fast Start bonus, if this was the only thing that got paid out, you would have quite a nice little monthly income just with this bonus. So what I always do is I challenge people to make your money back right away. So let's say you put $200 out for your wellness advocate, for your enrollment, and for your wholesale membership. Let's go out and within 2 months, let's make that money back and let you be in the black for your company, okay? So you now have a small business that is completely paid for simply by talking to a couple of people, and it's all from the Fast Start bonus. So what do you do with all of those people? You put them into your organization and start building towards the Power of 3 bonus. So Carrie's already talked about this a little bit, but it makes a lot more sense when we look at it here. When you, the person in the green there, and 3 other people underneath you are placing at least a 100 PV order, and you and everyone on that front line, if you were to take you and that all those blue people on that front line, you might have other people on your front line that aren't placing a 100 PV order. Let's say they place a 40 or a 60. That all gets added into your 600 PV. I'm sorry, I should have that as a little aside on here, that you also have to have a 600. That's considered your team volume to get that $50 bonus. Now, by the time you're getting your $50 bonus, you're getting some Fast Start bonuses, and you might also start getting some unilevel bonuses. So at that point, your oils are usually just about paid for when you can get your $50 Power of 3 bonus. That might happen with one class because 3 people are going to want to sign up. They're all going to want to be on LRP. Boom, that next month, you can have your bonus and your oils are paid for. Pretty cool. Now, you teach those 3 people on your front level to do the same thing. So those people in orange are underneath the people in blue. That's their friends, that's their family. They're doing exactly the same thing, and each one of those 3 things is 600 PV. You're now making a $250 bonus. And now when those 9 people do exactly the same thing and you've got 27 people on your 3rd level, every month you're making a $1,500 bonus. Now, it took me about 9 months to fulfill this structure, but I knew specifically that this is what I was building towards, was my $1,500 Power of 3 bonus. And every month since I have this for over 2 years, I've been getting this one bonus. So it really, I mean, just think about $1,500 coming into your home every single month because people are doing exactly the same thing that you want to do and tell people about oils. Okay, so these are your 2 main bonuses. Questions about these bonuses? Hopefully it's crystal clear. And if not, talk to your upline after the class and make it be more clear. Sometimes things don't come into clarity until it actually happens in your organization. But you're going to look back and go, oh yeah, that's what Kathy was talking about. Okay, so let's move on. I don't want to make your eyes glaze over too much. Whoops. But we are now going to talk just briefly about unilevel bonuses. So if you look across the top here where it says Wellness Advocate, Manager, Director, Executive, Elite, Premier, Silver, and above are the leadership ranks. Those are the ranks in doTERRA. So let's say you're an executive. At an executive, as you can see across that next line there, your requirement to make money with doTERRA is 100 PV. So that's all that's required to be an executive. And that means that you have 2,000 overall volume in your organization. So you are now making, on your first level, you make 2%. On your second level of people, you make 3%. This is like for the rest of their life. Every order they make for the rest of their life. Third level and fourth level are 5%, fifth and sixth level are 6%, and then your seventh level, as you work up into the leadership ranks, all the way down to your seventh level, now you're making 7%. If we were to look at other multi-level marketing companies, they have this flipped. You make 7% on your front level, and you make 2% on your seventh level, which causes people to make their organizations thin, which means they have a lot of people across their front line, and it makes more competition in your organization. It makes more sense to me to help you and put people in your organization, because eventually I make more money. And guess what? When I help you, you're going to want to help me. So this is the way that doTERRA has put this unilevel bonus, this compensation plan together, is phenomenal. They have thought of everything. So don't think you're going to have another multi-level marketing company that's going to pay you more in the long run than doTERRA will. It's just not going to happen. Then the next thing is the leadership pools. And oh my goodness, this could make your eyes glaze over. But at Premier, you start making shares of the company. So doTERRA puts away so much, like 1%, 2% of the company's profits. And then you get to have shares of that. So as the company continues to grow and they make more and more money every month, these shares are going to continue to grow as well. So that's how these presidential diamonds are making $114,000 a month, not necessarily because the other bonuses that we talked about, but because of these leadership pools. Not everybody is going to become a leader in doTERRA, but doTERRA pays their leaders very, very well. Make no doubt about it. So I hope that you want to continue to grow and grow into that leader in doTERRA. Okay, we will be talking more about that later. I know that's a lot of information in a short amount of time. Does anybody have any questions? Let's go back to any of these 3 slides that I just talked about. Do you have any questions on any of those? Okay, we will move on then. As you are getting started with your doTERRA business, you will want to have business building tools. Product guides are a must. When you are talking to someone about essential oils and you don't have anything to show them, people are visual learners. So they're 90 cents, you guys. You can get 10 product guides for, 10 product guides for $9. They're 90 cents. I keep these in my car with me. I always have them available at my classes. I just give these things away like popcorn. I keep about 20 of them on my order every single month. That's 20 bucks. Now, 20 bucks to bring in how much volume into my organization, because somebody sees this, they read this high quality product and they want it. So there is also guides for skincare, the Barrage skincare, or lifelong vitality. So go to your product literature in your back office and just find those tools that are best for you. You're also going to want to have, I would say, the class in the box is probably one of the best business building tools that you can have, because there's a video in there that literally does the class for you. Class in the Box costs $25. And if you can see it there, you also get 10 little bottles of wild orange, which if you just got the wild orange, those are $2.50 a piece. But you get leadership, or you get product magazines, you get a product guide, you get enrollment forms, you get a sheet to hand out to the people at your classes. There's no reason not to get this as a business builder, okay? Essential Life books, I believe everybody should have one of these books or a Modern Essentials book, those two books, when they're getting started with essential oils. This is my gift, and I teach our team, this is our gift that we are going to give to that person whenever they enroll. So we are going to invest back in that person. Let's say somebody gets a kit of oils and they don't have that book. It's silly because they're never going to order again. When you give them that book, it ensures that they're going to know how to use their essential oils, and they're going to order again. You see the sample vials there? We call this dripping on people. So the more that you can drip on people, the more you can get these little tiny samples. That little one is called a 1/4 dram, and the bigger one is called a 5/8 dram. I prefer to get the 1/4 dram vials because they take about 10 to 15 drops. And that's a really good sample. That will last somebody several days, even if they're using it all the time, like lemon in their water or wild orange in their water. And it gives them just a really nice little sample without you wasting too much oil in case they decide to throw it in the garbage. You never know what they're going to do with it, but just keep dripping on people. Makeup rollerball blends, specialized rollerball blends for people. That is something that you can do for kiddos with ADD, HD, Asperger's, across the spectrum. You can make that up for people who have anxiety disorders or whatever. So just know that making up rollerballs, specialized rollerballs, is a very caring way to help your people. And then don't miss out on training opportunities like this one. Make sure that you take advantage of that. And there's all kinds of stuff on doTERRA as well. Social media pages. Get on Carrie's social media page, my Essential Oil Education page, Team EO Pro. Those are all very good social media pages. Or if you're really getting into this, create your own Facebook page for your own friends. It's amazing how many people are going to want to follow you when you have quality information on there, okay? Make up your own business cards. You have your own business now. You are a businesswoman. And as my daughter would say, you're a businesswoman making business moves. And I just love that. So you want to have your own business cards because that makes that professional statement. And doTERRA Print, I think it's called, doTERRAprint.com, has really, really high quality business cards, and that won't, break the bank either. The greatest business building tool that you have is you. Don't keep what you do a secret. Passion will trump knowledge every single time. Now, did you hear me say that, okay? Passion trumps knowledge every single time. And I have a lot of people who say, well, I have to learn this, and I have to learn this, and I have to know that, and I have to be an expert in the oils in order to teach a class. No, you don't. You have to be passionate, you have to have some stories to tell, and you have to have a book to look in. And you have to have some oils for people to smell, and you have a business. And you're off and running. Okay? So these are your business building tools, and I know that we need to end here pretty quick. Questions about business building tools or any other thoughts or ideas from anybody else? Okay. Sign up a new wellness advocate. Of course, there's a registration place that you have in your back office that's right above where your it says your team tab. Right above that, there's like 5 little black words, and one of them says Wellness Advocate Services. The second one down says Register a New Wellness Advocate, and that's where you're going to do that. If this is a first time registering someone, I highly suggest that you speak to one of your leaders and help you through that first registration that you do. You want to give them the Essential Life or the Modern Essential Life book, or there's also a Modern Essentials app for $6.99. That's really cheap for somebody to have that whole book of information right there on their phone. That's another really good option. And then you want to send them a welcome email. Give them their wellness advocate, their password, and say, welcome to the team. Send them some links that they can use, like the doTERRA Empowerment Series and doTERRA.com, where they can go and find out information. Invite them to the Facebook page of your choice so that they can get information. And you definitely want to follow up with them within 1 week. Do not enroll and just drop people. Don't just take that fast start bonus and run, because that's not where you're going to make your money. You are going to make your money through good business practices and through good follow-up with your people. That wellness consult is huge. And it's so much fun. Watching someone open their kit and talk to them about their oils is a blast. Enroll them in the LRP. Be confident when you're talking about the LRP, because it is the smartest way to get your oils and you get points. Hello, why wouldn't you want to do it? Invite them to host a class. Make your money back. Host a class. Let's get you started as well so that you'll get your oils for free. And then absolutely encourage continued education and growth, and invite them to your classes, to your meetings, to your webinars, to your upline. So Carrie and I and Melina and Pam, we all do webinars, and we're going to start doing more stuff like this all the time. So here we are together. The distance between your dream and your reality is action. Procrastination is not going to get you anywhere. Action will. But we can only get there if we help each other. We can only get there if we help each other. Carrie wants to help you. Lana wants to help you. Dory wants to help you. I want to help you. Whoever your upline is, hopefully they want to help you. Okay? So let me get out of the screen and we will get back. And I'll get out of there. Okay. All right. So that was a little bit more than an hour. Sorry. Questions, thoughts, ideas before, and I know Zoelle, it's tight. It's late there, girl. we got people all across the country right now, so it's really hard to find a great time. But that was a lot of information in a short amount of time, and I know some eyes might get glazed over. So, questions? Who's excited? Who's excited? Come on now. All right. I know. Mandy, you are on fuego, girl. I know. So I'm really excited about this opportunity as well, and really, really excited to be able to help you talk to your friends and your family as well. Carrie, are you excited? Yeah.
I'm on mute.
Woohoo! All right. Yeah, it is a lot of fun, but I will guarantee you that it's also a job. Okay. So I say use that term lightly, but you can do doTERRA as a hobby, and that's great. And you're probably going to get your oils paid for, and that's awesome. If you want to use this as your income because you're a stay-at-home mom, because you don't like the position that you're in right now, because you want to retire early, whatever those things are, your why is not going to be the same as my why, okay? You've got to have a why that's going to carry you through the tough spots. Am I right, Lana? Yeah, Lana's had some tough spots. You know, that girl, she just keeps going, though, because she knows that what she has is changing lives. And she inspires me by continuing to grow and to move even after all the stuff that she's been through. So thank you, Lana, for hanging in there, girlfriend. I got your back. Got your back. All right, so next class, July, what do we say, 5th?
6th.
6th. Okay, Thursday. I know it's Thursday. Okay, and that's going to be, I will send out another Zoom meeting thing for this. Now, talk to whoever you are. So, Zoelle, Tara, if you have questions, please give them off to Carrie. Okay, I know Stephanie was on this line as well. Anybody else who is in my organization, just send questions off to me. okay? And we'll get your questions answered and hopefully be moving on with some new stuff next time. Okay, I'm going to watch the Rockies game. Bye, go Rockies.
Bye. Good night.